Another way to export our assets from Photoshop is to use the Generate tool. If we go to File, Generate, and turn Image Assets on, just look back at that again. You can see now that it's got a little tick next to Image Assets. So that's File, Generate, Image Assets. So this allows us to automatically export out different web-ready assets when we save the PSD file. And we can do that by appending a file extension to various parts of our file structure, of our layer structure. So if I go over here to, firstly I'm going to make sure my file's saved in the spot that I wanted. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got my file saved into my final advert folder on my desktop. Save that, click OK. And then I'm going to append some file extensions to these group names here. So to start with, I'm going to just change my frame2 group to frame2.jpg, like so. And I'm going to change the other layer group to a PNG, and you'll be able to see that I've got two different bits of artwork here. And then when I go File, Save, and we have a look out at our folder on the desktop, you can see there that those two files have been folded, saved into a folder called Artwork Assets, and I've got a JPEG there and a PNG. Now the JPEG has been exported out at 100% quality, and the PNG has been exported out as a PNG 24. You can also append some further variables to each of those to the file extensions. Let's have a look at that. So if I wanted a JPEG that was 80% quality, I could indeed add 80% at the end there. Or if I wanted a 32-bit PNG, I could append that on the end there. And then when I save the file, those files will be now saved with those compression settings added to them. You can see that now my JPEG's actually even smaller, down to 93K. On top of the groups there, you can also export out individual layers at the same time. So if I just wanted to maybe export out my logo here from, maybe we could export that out as a GIF. That's my logo element there. Oops, logo element there. It's on that one. And maybe we'll export out the model as a PNG. Oops, make sure we spell it right. And then if I save again, go back and have a look at my folder, which is on the desktop. You can see now that I've exported both of my frames and also the logo and also the model as a separate file. So Generate is another option that we have for exporting our assets, getting them ready for publishing on the internet, and it's actually a very, out of all of our options, it's a very powerful tool.